Hey, we're here with John Santavy. He's the managing partner at SimWell to talk about a brand new resource we recently published at SimWell.io. It includes the top key questions for operations leaders considering simulation. Look, whether you're managing a warehouse, a hospital, a port, or a supply chain network, the questions in this guide are designed to help you get clarity before you build. John's here to share why we created it and how teams can get the most from it. Hey, John, what's the purpose of this new guide?
Thanks, Marcus. We built this guide for teams that want to be thoughtful before jumping into a simulation project and make sure they get it right. 15 years ago, conversations started with what is simulation and how do we know if this will work? But today, most of the folks we talk to already know simulation can help. They're dealing with uncertainty, bottlenecks, decisions that are too complex for a spreadsheet. But figuring out where to start isn't always obvious. This guide gives them a way to step back, ask the right questions up front, and make sure the project is set up to succeed. It's not about the tech, it's about building a strong case, getting the right people aligned, and having a clear path to value.
One of the questions that we have in the guide is, what's one of the first things to figure out before you build the model? Talk to us about that question.
The first thing is getting clear on the problem you're solving and what success looks like. That means asking what decisions are we trying to make, what outcomes are we hoping for, and how will we measure success? But there's another piece people sometimes miss. Where does simulation actually fit into the decision-making process? Are we using it to validate a plan before we roll it out, to test scenarios we can't try in real life, to align stakeholders on the best path forward? Maybe all the above. When you understand where the model fits, what questions it answers, who needs it, and when, it makes everything else clear: the scope, the data, the timeline. So defining the problem, the goal, the success metrics, and the role simulation will play in the decision, that's what sets this project up from day one.
Can you share one more of the questions from the guide that you think are especially important?
One that always stands out is, what could it cost us to move forward without simulation? It's a powerful reframing. Instead of asking whether simulation is worth the investment, it asks, what risks are you carrying if you skip it? That includes the service levels, overbuilt infrastructure, underbuilt infrastructure, or labor shortages that hit during peak season. When leaders see simulation as a way to de-risk decisions, it becomes a much more critical tool in their process, not just a nice to have.
Hey, thanks, John. Well, listen, if you haven't already, please download the guide. It's a quick read, but it will help you scope your next project more effectively and avoid the most common pitfalls. You'll find the link right below.